And he walked out, and the first thing he said to the audience was, I arrive in Las Vegas, and I go for my luggage, and there's a hooker there. And she greeted me, and she said, hi, give me $50, I'll do whatever you want. He said, I gave her $50, I told her to paint my house. Now, we've gone through a series of, they were called episodes jokes. Jokes about the Irish, the Italian, the Jewish, the Polish. And when you get to the Polish, you really got something. I mean, you really have something. Like, for example, the Polish bobsled team went to the Olympics. They won the gold and they had it bronzed. Now, in the current issue of Reader's Digest, they have a whole section there on naming Chinese children. And I'm reading, and it goes on. What they do is they take a huge silver platter, they put it on the ground, they grab a handful of silverware, they throw the silverware up in the air, and as the silverware hits the platter, pling, ching, dong, tai, ping, tong, tai. That's how they name Chinese children. I think that's a Chinese band in the front, I'm not sure. I have to tell you that I was in New York, and it's a wonderful thing to feel like a tourist because you want to see some stuff or do some things you hadn't done for years. Well, that was how I was feeling in New York 4 weeks ago when I saw everyone going into the subway. And I said to my crew, I said, you know, I haven't been on a subway train in 50 years. I gotta try it. So I went downstairs, I waited for the train, I got on, I sat down. It made one stop, and then on the train comes this young man with leather pants, a leather jacket, leather skin. He had earrings coming out of his nose and chains hanging from his ears. And his hair was swiped. It was yellow, green, purple, and blue. So I'm staring at him, and the young man looks at me and says, what's the matter, old man? Didn't you ever see anything unusual in your life? I said, well, yes, 20 years ago I had sex with a parrot. I thought you were my son. I decided to get here early, and I was able to play golf. And I'm on this beautiful golf course here, and I hit 2 beautiful balls. I stepped on a rake. Come on, folks. Come on, I'm depending on you. So this old man is walking in Central Park, and he is just beside himself, and he's sobbing like a child. Police officer walks by and says, may I be of some help to you, sir? He said, no, thanks, officer. I appreciate your consideration, but no, there's nothing you can do. You see, I lost my wife a couple of years ago. Shortly thereafter, I met this lovely Swedish girl, 27 years old, and we got a place. And for the last 2 years, I've had the wildest, most exciting sex 2 and 3 times a day, every day, for the last 2 years. The police officer said, then why are you crying? He said, I forgot where we live. I'll just go through these. You pick the ones you like, that's all. There's a rabbi and a priest on the airplane, and a flight attendant comes over to see if they'd like to have a drink after takeoff. She approached the rabbi first. Rabbi, can I get you a drink after takeoff? He said, I'd like a tall scotch and soda with a twist. She said, fine. Then she approached the priest. Father, can I get you a drink after we take off? He said, young lady, before I would allow alcohol to pass through these lips, I would rather commit adultery. The rabbi said, hold my order. I didn't know we had a choice. About 4 years ago, I had seen this marvelous group of singing choir, and I was very impressed with how beautifully they sung together. I invited them to come on the telephone. Well, I'm in my dressing room, and I get a call from the booth, and they said, we got a problem. I said, what is it? They said, the lead singer with the group is sick. He can't work. I said, just put him on. Don't worry about it. I'll get something taken care of. I'd like to show you how I took care of it. Put that up, please, Jeff. Show the people the singing group.